Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be making ourselves some lapis and also getting some quartz. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, today we have lots to do. I went ahead and built a large platform in the back here. Now, we're definitely going to need this because I was doing some looking at some of the recipes, such as Thaumcraft and things like that, and yeah, it's going to get a little difficult towards the end. Mainly because I'm a noob with Thaumcraft and I know nothing about it, at least the new version. The new version, I am completely clueless. I haven't watched anything on it. I haven't looked at any documentation on it. I'm completely blind to that mod right now. I know some aspects are pretty much the same. I've always found that Thaumcraft, to me, was kind of a painful mod, but we'll definitely have to get through that because that's one of the major parts of this. But there are several things we have to do before that in order to prep. And one of the big things is lapis. And lapis has a giant, kind of giant. It's not too difficult. It looks harder than it is. And it's kind of hilarious. So let's take a look at lapis. Now, there is, of course, a shortcut to get lapis. You don't have to do it this way if you don't necessarily want to. Until he patches the pack, it's sort of left with two separate options. But one of the main ways is supposed to be this way, which is hilarious. So we need polished diorite. There's actually two ways of getting diorite, and I'll show you guys that later. We're going to be using probably the easier automation method. So we have polished diorite, and that with essence of true blue will get us some lovely lapis lazuli. So to get essence of true blue, we need essence of royal blue in a fractioning still. So remember, what's one fractioning still? Then we need to go into an alchemical imbuer. And then we need to use essence of very blue to make that royal blue, using gold, of course, to make it royal, which is just a meme in itself. So remember, one alchemical imbuer at this point. So let's go even further. So that's another fractioning still. We take essence of blue to make essence of very blue. That fractioning still, that's two fractioning stills. To go even further, we need to take essence of mildly blue in order to get essence of blue. That's three fractioning stills. Remember that now. And then we also need to go even further and take the alchemical imbuer right here. And we need to get essence of slightly blue using a pigment or dye, which you can use the floral blue powder from Botania is going to be our best method of doing that. And that is going to get us that. So that, remember, that is our second alchemical imbuer. Then we're going to go and see how slightly is made. So we take water and then use blue dye in that as well, and that'll get us the essence of slightly blue. So that's where our thing stops. So 3 alchemical imbuers, 3 fractioning stills, and 1 fluid transposer. And then we're also going to need a way of getting diorite and also pulverizing gold. So we need a few of those things, right? If you take a look at the, let's see, I guess we need thermal expansion. Because we're going to need the fractioning still, remember 3 of those, and we need some nickel. I don't know how much nickel I have that's pulverized. We don't have much at all, actually. That's kind of worrisome. We can, of course, make more, but for right now, this is all I have. So we'll pulverize some of that up. And I think that's all we really need for that. We can make the gold gears that we need, 1, 2, 3, specifically for that. And then the copper gears, 1, 2, 3. And that'll be enough for the fractioning still. I think I have enough machine frames. And I have made a bunch of these redstone coils, so let's go ahead and make a few more. Alright, and then we also need the alchemical imbuer. Now this is going to be a little bit more expensive. We need 3 of these. We need 3 brewing stands. Luckily, I have enough blaze powder to hopefully get us what we need. So that's 3 of those. And we need Constantine gears. Now, Constantine can be made in thermal expansion in the induction smelter. But as I said, it requires nickel. So nickel and copper together. We need to make some more nickel. So let's go ahead and take our current fractioning still that we have. And we're going to get a magma crucible. Let's go get a magma crucible here. I should have enough of that. Yes, I do have enough to make that. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and set this process up. We need to get iron in here. This is going to make the nickel for us. Alright, we need some method of power. I'm probably just going to use a cable. Let's see, I'm pretty sure we have some more. Not cable. Energy conduit. Probably need to make some more. That'll work. So that should be enough energy conduit to hopefully set us be ready to go. So we have that hooked up. Then we can get this hooked up. Perfect. All that power. So what we need to do now is get some iron in here. Let's just go ahead and do that for right now. Configure this. Make sure that auto input's enabled. We'll set this to pull. This will be set to... Sorry, this will be set to input. This will be set to extract here. And that should fill with molten iron there. And we should be ready to go. Now, we can set this to full auto. Why not? Which one's our iron? I think it's this one, which is all black on the dies. Ender chest, all black on the dies. There we go. That will pump iron into here constantly, which should give us, I think, molten nickel. Awesome. And we can actually get a casting, table. I guess we can do that here, right? This may not be the only way you can do it, but this is how I'm going to do it for right now. I'm going to grab this. Pretty sure we have a cast somewhere. I think this is a cast. Oh, it's a cast for the ender pearls. This is a cast for right now. I might have to make some more casts, but that's okay. That is no big deal. Right. So, place this here. With that, let's get some fluid. Not transfer nodes. We'll get some fluid translocators. What am I missing? A bucket? Fluid translocator. That should pull out of the side when I specify the export. And there we go. And that will cast. And there we go. Perfect. Let's get a transfer and a chest. Good old-fashioned chest. Like I said, some of this automation may get moved around. Right now, it's going like that. And there we go. There's our nickel. Perfect. So, there we're generating a little bit of nickel. That was some nice little automation to set up. Alright, so that is going to lead us back into the work we were going to be getting Constantine, basically. Which was, remember, copper, and it was this nickel. That is going to produce Constantine, in the induction smelter, of course. And it should give us 2 for the 2 sets. Yep, 2. Perfect. And that's exactly what we need to do. Alright, there we go. 4. That's going to get us our first gear. That's what the imbuer is going to be a little bit more expensive. We're going to have to wait a little bit for it because we weren't really prepared for that. Thermal. The imbuer. Yeah, and we already have the hardened glass, so I'm not too concerned about that. It's just the gears, but we need 3 of those. For sure. Right? Alright, so now that we have that, there's something else we actually need. And that's getting the first, or the last step. The igneous extruder. This thing can produce several different things, including diorite. But there are other ways of making diorite. If you want to go ahead and automate bone meal, you can do it this way. If you have a way of getting quartz already, which you probably don't, since you have to have a alchemy catalyst, which, I mean, we can get right now. This thing, I do believe, it's got tons of recipes, of course. But the alchemy catalyst should allow us to swap out netherrack for nether quartz, I think. Let's see. Quartz, right? This. Oh, we need, yeah, netherrack, and we put that there with a little bit of mana. This scale, by the way, is on not a full mana pool, but for a diluted one. So remember, this is actually kind of a small amount. And that is going to get us nether quartz. We can actually probably do that right now, now that I think about it. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep worrying about this, though. I don't need to rush. Here I am. Changing course. I need to focus on one thing, get that done. Especially this. This definitely needs to be done. Oh, it looks like this is just going to be the time consumer. Okay, we can change that. We can definitely change that. I should have enough Invar and bronze that we can make this one of our kits and augment and give that sucker an auxiliary augment. And that will make this bad boy just a little bit faster. Right? And then of course we can acceleration wand it if we need to, but of course we don't have enough power to support that. Oh, we have another reinforcement kit. I guess I could do this one as well. Do another auxiliary augment. Let's make it even faster. Why not? Now that bad boy's a cooking. Look at that. I mean, this is keeping up. This is actually doing pretty good. This is what we're waiting on. So there we go. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with this. We were working on getting an igneous extruder, so that should be something we should be able to get, right? Igneous extruder, we're definitely going to need one of those. So igneous extruder, that's one of the last steps actually. The fractioning stills. I think I'm going to be missing 3 of the copper gears. So fractioning still with some dust. Nickel. Throw that back in here. We should have the nickel dust over here. 3 fractioning stills, just like we need. Now all we're missing is the imbuer. So we just need the rest of our Constantine gears. I think that's actually all we need. I think we now have enough. Oh, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing a machine frame. Okay. So we're going to need to make a few more of these. That is perfectly fine with me. Because I can make tons of these. Perfect. Alright, for our last one. And there we go. Okay. We're also going to need a point just to carry our power. And of course that means we're going to need 1 eye of ender. Those flux. Block of redstone. And this. Soon we're going to get some automation going. I hope very soon. I just really have to move some of these machines around and get our actual auto crafting stuff rearranged. And then we'll be moving on. We'll be getting on our way. Alright, so we also need some conduits. How many do I have in here? 7? That's not going to be enough. We're also going to need water as well. So a carpenter. Another carpenter is going to be something that I want just to produce infinite water. There are other ways of producing infinite water. This is one way that I actually prefer. I do know the other ways, so it's not that big a deal. I know you can use, you can pipe it with extra utilities. That's one of the other ways. Come on, give me the crafting table. Thank you. I need a axe that is full. Okay, and now we have a carpenter for our water. That's mainly going to be for the igneous extruder and for the central, like the starting point. Barrel for our wood to go into that carpenter. A lot of flat transfer nodes, because we're going to try to keep this as flat as possible. The majority of this, like these machines, they actually link together, so we won't have to worry about that too much. And also we need a pulverizer as well. Do we have everything for that? That's going to be for gold. All right. So let's get this set up somewhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere crazy. But let's get lapis. Let's get this pulled up. Oh, we're missing one other machine. A fluid transposer. That is something we're missing. And voila. Oh, nope. Made too many machines, used all those up. Okay, so now we have all of our machines. And we're going to get back to lapis. There we go. Alright, so lapis. Going into a fluid transposer. That's going to need polished diorite, right? So let's go ahead and set that. I'm going to have it all finished right here. Right here at the fluid transposer. Fluid transposer, you can go there. Alright, so after the fluid transposer, we're going to need to make the true blue. That's going to be a fractioning still. Then we're going to have an alchemical imbuer. Then we're going to have a fractioning still, and then fractioning still, and then alchemical imbuer. Okay, so fractioning still, alchemical imbuer, fractioning still, alchemical imbuer, alchemical imbuer. This is the route that these things will take. Let's go ahead and clear off all of the points. To do this, you can shift right click on the center point, and it will clear all of the connecting points. Because you don't want this all to be connected right yet. Alright, so now that we have all of those done, we need to, first of all, get water going into here. That's where that carpenter is going to come in handy. So we can have a carpenter there. And this will actually pull directly from the carpenter, so we don't actually need a pipe or anything there. But we do need something to pull items into this. So control click there, and that will start pulling wood into here. And of course we need to set this. Actually, is it just on the top right? To produce water? Wait, it's a squeezer. The squeezer is what I need, not a carpenter. You guys are probably all going, oh, derp. I need a squeezer. There we go. That's all better. Let's go ahead and break this. And then we'll put that on there. And that should make water. Right? Yeah. Once we give it some power, this will start making water for us. We should be ready to go. So let's go ahead and get our pipe set here. Get our 1 point set down. Get that bad boy hooked in. That's going to start producing water. What we need to do is go, alright, I want this to auto input, and that's going to be water going over here. But of course, we need power on all of these machines. Let's get some more. More conduits. All of these machines should be getting power at this point. And maybe this will auto pull from here. It's not looking like it's doing that. So what we might need to do, break this, and for right now, put this on here. Then we can place that back down, the imbuer. Not that. What? Did I not have an imbuer in my hand? Wait, okay. Let's take a look real quick at the lapis. Lapis real quick. Alright, so we go from here. True blue. Alright, that's fractioning still. Essence of royal blue, that's an alchemical imbuer. This is going to be essence of blue, fractioning still. Keep going even further. And then this is going to require a dye. That's going to require a dye. Alright, so these two are going to require dyes. Both of them are. Setting up automation for the dyes are going to be something we probably don't do in this episode, but we can go ahead and get some dyes for it. So We do have these blue mystical flowers. What I'm going to do is take some bone meal. I don't have much bone meal left, but we can make some more. Let's make some more bone meal. We don't have any peat yet. I'll also get some peat made as well. Bone meal. And we also need shears. So I just have to duplicate these. And we should be able to set up an automation process for this. Basically something to place this item on the ground. Like that. To bone meal it. To hit it with a shear. And then to auto-craft the fact that... use the auto-crafting for it. And have like 2 steps of auto-crafting, I think. And then we could do that. But yeah, doing this is probably the best way. Bam, bam. This will definitely duplicate this. It does more than duplicate, I do believe. Because for 1 petal, you get 4 back. So you're like quadrupling. So there's 56. We do need to keep 1. So in order for me to do that, I will save 1 over here. By just doing this. So that will always be there. So I will not lose that. I don't want to lose that. Alright, and we'll get our bowl, or mortar and pestle. With all this, that'll give us 55 dye for right now. We can split this up. So I'll do 1 here, 1 here. Alright, so we need to get this all set up. Auto input enabled, auto input, same for all of these. I guess that those are blacked out for some reason. This needs to pull, so I'll set this to output. This will pull. This will output. This will pull. There we go. I guess we don't need to have that auto input because we're not actually pulling items in. Then we'll set this one to output. Pull. So much stuff going on. This one is going to pull. Now this one needs gold, so we're going to need a pulverizer. This one we'll set to input as well. Close this. Over here we'll have output. We'll just do an output. Input there. What we can do is get a chest. Or a crate. Or, let's see. We can use a basic drawer. We can take some gold. Get that going. Right there. Throw the gold in there. This should auto-pull the gold in. Pulverize it. And that should pump that into here. Then our the resulting output should move over into this fractioning still, in which it will pull it over here. And then all the outputs should go into the fluid transposer. Much like that. There we go. And now we need to get the igneous extruder set up. Perfect. So the igneous extruder, this bad boy, needs to be set to make diorite. We're going to need 1 bucket of lava. So, bucket. Go ahead and make a bucket. And I do have my lava gen over here. I'm actually going to go ahead and cook that up over on this one. Just to go ahead and get me a bucket. And then we need to route water all the way over there. But we don't need too much, so I'm not too concerned. So what I can do is fluid transfer node. And I'll just do a pipe all the way across. That should work. That'll also help consume some of this water. Get our wrench. And there we go. So that should be putting water into here. very soon, I think. Can have it on the back input. Water. Yeah, it's just looking for a place to go. I might have to actually pull this up one. There we go. That way we can give it power. Because, yeah, this thing requires power now. They didn't used to, but now they definitely do require power. So let's get our one thing of lava. And that shouldn't require but one thing of lava for this. Yes, it is just going to require water from this point. Okay, so we should now be able to push from the bottom. And that should pull from the top. Right? Output to the bottom. That should definitely pull from the top. Oh, no it won't. We need a crafter. I don't have one. I gotta make a crafter. Okay, so with this, yeah, I needed to do this. So we'll just set this here. We'll use item transfer node. Pull that down. Make sure that's going in there. That should pull out. Let's turn this off. Set that to output. There we go. And we need 4 of those. We'll make polished diorite. And we'll set this side to the input. And there we go. Look at that. We have essence of true blue. Wow, we're already getting tons of that. All we need now is this to be way faster. This is really slow getting water over here, isn't it? That is really slow. Or maybe it's because the top needs to be on input. That's probably the case. This whole time it's just not been on input. So yeah, whenever we get some speed upgrades we can do that, or get a better fluid transport. That would be a better option. Honestly, we're just waiting for this to build up so we can get polished diorite. That will get moved into here. And guys, we are going to be producing some Lapis Lazuli. Look how many machines you need to do this. It's insane. And that's out of power. Oh, we never gave this power. We never gave it power. There we go. But anyways, that was just off of one small piece of gold we ended up getting that. There's our lapis. Look at that, guys. Look at that. 4 pieces, and that gives us all this lapis. We now have some Lapis Lazuli. That is one of the major things on this list here. Of course, getting just to the Fusion Crafter itself is a big goal, but having all of these items are definitely something that we needed to strive for. The next thing, we have just a little bit of time. Let's see if I can't make this. The Alchemy Catalyst. I need a mana pearl, so I need an ender pearl. I have plenty of mana. This whole mana pool is completely full. Okay, so that gave us 2 mana pearls. We throw all this back in here. 2 mana pearls, that means we should be able to craft up this once we have enough brewing stands. There's our Alchemy Catalyst. We put this underneath. Put that underneath. Now we should be able to throw in netherrack and get quartz. So that will be quartz completed as well. Right? Let's take a look. I do have netherrack here. So if I throw this in... Oh my gosh. Yep. It's exactly what it is. That is a whole bunch of quartz. And breaking this will, of course, give us quartz. Ah, how nice. And then I think if you pulverize it, you get more. Yes, you get 3 and sulfur. So yeah, we're pulverizing this stuff. There's a good chance of getting sulfur that way. And more sulfur just means more blaze powder. Nice. So, we've done a lot of this tech-based automation. Whenever we get into the magic stuff, that's where I'm probably going to struggle. Maybe I should have, listened more in my classes. But all the tech stuff, I pretty much know. It's just going to be really difficult when I get into Thaumcraft, which is, in my opinion, one of the only magic mods, true magic mods, that are in this pack. Everything else is pretty much tech. Botania is a tech mod. In my opinion, it's definitely a tech mod. Yeah, it is. But it looks like a magic mod. Everything else I think is doing good over here. Like we're producing lapis at a pretty good rate. All these machines are lined up, looking pretty good, doing their thing, making it. That actually wasn't that hard to set up. It just looks more daunting than it really is. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, guys, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Also, there is some new merch. You can check that out in the link in the description, or there might be actually a little tab down below that you guys can see. New merch just come out just in time for the holidays, so I hope you guys are excited for that, and I would really appreciate if you guys did check out the link down there. Anyways, as always, I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.